Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Mario and Luigi Dream Team. The last episode, we got more gatekeepers, but some weird drill monster has consumed the remaining Gatekeeper Pi'illo, so we're off to chase it down on our drill digger dozer thing, which I always forget the name of. So, we get a little bit of a minigame where we hit Torkscrew is the guy's name with the drill, so if you hammer it with the drill, he takes damage. Hit him 5 times before time runs out, and you win. Of course, I'm going to purposely let this thing run out, and just because I like to show both sides of things. And then we're going to be having a pretty lengthy episode, probably, because there's going to be a boss. I might split into 2 if need be to make everything work out. Because we still have a whole area to explore as well, and there will be a boss. Gee, I wonder who the boss will be, but I mean, it could end up being a lengthy episode because of that. We shall see how it goes. So, anyway, if you fail, you just have to try again. It just sets you back from the very beginning. You just try again. So, I don't really know what the point of there being a time limit is in the first place. I'm surprised they didn't hit him. It's easier to hit him as he's coming back to you, though, So, let him go up here. He'll come back, hit him with the hammer. Although, if you do it too early, he'll juke you out like that. He might switch sides as well, so be careful. So, he might come that way, then, switch over to this side, and then you have to hit him with Mario instead. So, just keep an eye on him. It's a fairly easy challenge. You have more than enough time to take care of it, so just keep smacking him. He switches sides. Too early. Too late. Just right. And that takes care of that minigame. So I easily could have fit that in last episode, but you know what? It doesn't really matter. So Torkscrew gets all drilled. We drilled the drill. Drillception. My drill will be the drill that pierces the heavens. Drill references, Gurren Lagann, the end. He spits out the pillow, and it's time to go rescue the last gatekeeper. So, before we do that, though, let's quickly just, by the way, once we take care of this, we can now easily traverse between these areas. And you can actually see on the map, it connects to the area that we originally started from where we first met Britta. So, cool how that works out. So any sort of beans or anything pretty cool around here, just looks like it's coins and enemies. And I've had my fair share of enemies. In fact, I really don't want to fight anymore because if I do, I probably will have to use a whole new, I want to be very careful with my badges right now because I don't want another defense thing to fill up because it will replace the shield like I've mentioned. So, plus I'm at a pretty adequate level now for fighting the boss. So at this point, I'm not too concerned with getting extra levels. So Luigi, how about you take a nap? Because it's covered in drool and smells like garlic, and Luigi's like, no, please, anything but this. But he has no choice. We have to save that pillow. You have to sleep, Luigi. He's very hesitant, but, geez, Starlo, you're so harsh. Seriously, once again, who pooped in your cereal? Was it Luigi? It was probably Luigi. He is the scapegoat of the Mushroom Kingdom, apparently. But seriously, Starlo, why are you such a jerk this game? I'm not sure how I feel about how much of a jerk they turned Starlo into. But, welcome to this section. It's going to be another Luiginary Drill section. It's Luiginary Drill 2.0, where we have to, use it as an elevator this time, so people clinging to the drills can ascend and descend. So once again, spin his nose, get some momentum going, and make it across. But as you can see now, we can, use it to go up and down. Now, you can be like, I'm going to cheat and go off this way, but no, you cannot, because, basically you have to... If you cannot, move in midair, so once you've committed to a side, you actually, will fall straight down if there's spikes underneath it. So you have to go up or down, basically. There's no cheat in the system. And then we have this section over... I almost forgot to put Luigi. Bye, Luigi. It's actually really funny, by the way, if you, jump with both of them and try, get it to work. It's really funny. Come on. If you, jump with both of them and get on there and then makes Luigi fall off, which makes Mario fall off, which makes Mario fall into the spikes. It just causes a ridiculous chain reaction. It's amusing, to me at least. Anyway, so you can traverse these areas to get coins. There's also this crystal thing falling, though. So if you are not careful, it'll get hit by it, and you will fall down. So we have to avoid this as we're heading down this elevator as well. Which, as you can see on Mario's head, if there's a crystal falling, he makes an exclamation mark so you know to turn around. And then we can just book it from there. Switch over here to get the rest of these coins. And then the end of this elevator section is just right here. I'm going to quickly traverse over to this side just to show there's nothing over here. So let's now... Oh, come on, really? Really? That's a load of baloney game. I can't believe that, actually. You have to be really careful with exiting that, 'cause it's so precise. Anyway, let's make our way down this very carefully, avoid the crystal, get to the end, and if you just stop... Okay, there, this should be good enough. There we go. So just go to a full stop so your momentum doesn't screw you over, and all will be well. And then in this section, there's a lot of enemies that are going to be pretty difficult to avoid, but as long as we're careful... Hello, you. Get out of here. We should be able to avoid these enemies. If you stay in this upper level, you'll be able to get a good chunk of coins here. That's a 50 right there. If Luigi falls down, which Luigi usually will fall down, because, I mean, it is like the whole meme. Like, right now, you can easily just bring him back up here to ensure that you do not fight any monsters. Although I think if they're off camera, Luigi still won't enter combat, so... But just to make sure, Luigi, stop falling, Luigi. You're going to run to... Or I'll run to an enemy. That can happen as well. I have to be really careful here not to use, not to waste the badge meter. In fact, the best way to probably ensure not using up the badge meter will be to just use the Legionary Ball. It'll probably wipe out all the enemies. So you know what? I'll just keep this in because mass freaking murder. And at this point, I'm going to be stopping at the store probably before the boss. So I will be able to get my BP back. It's not really that much of a concern. So we'll charge up all these balls and skiddly douche! Death to everyone. And as you can see, that does increase it by quite a bit there. So the defense thing will charge extremely quickly. We'll be able to keep up some defenses downs on this boss pretty easily, which will be pretty nice. So we'll hustle under this guy. There's really, I mean, over here to this other, avoid those enemies, come on. Over here to this side, there's just another guy who will kind of get in your way if you try to, like, traverse this. And then this is, like, back to where we started, so... Nothing really of note down here. We'll just avoid this enemy over here now. Do your little drill thing. Jump over him. And we can go ahead and leave this area and head towards the boss. That is the game plan. Although, before we do that, one more Luigiary drill here. We're going to quickly just... If you head up here instead, you'll actually... No items of any sort, but this is actually a way to get back to the beginning, but then we'll have to go all the way around again, and that would not be cool. Fault? Do I really have to, like... There we go. I don't want to twirl Luigi's nose. His nose is probably broken by all the twirling it's had at this point. But there we go! Final Gatekeeper get! We now have 14 pillow folk saved. We have the Gatekeeper saved. And at this point, well... We've pretty much taken care of all we need to take care of. We'll do a quick pit stop back at Eldream. Get our HP and BP back at one of the pillow things. I'm almost tempted to go out of my way to get that one syrup that I missed, but that's kind of inconvenient, so I won't. Oh yeah! We are heroes. We are the heroes of the Mushroom Kingdom. We get ourselves our fourth and final well, I guess fifth technically, and final Dozite, and with that, we can now traverse the sand flow, and we can see if the Dreamstone is actually up there. We don't know if the Dreamstone's up there. It could be up there. It's a video game. It's up there. We know it's up there. Anyway, we've saved the other gatekeepers. Blah, blah, blah. We're awesome! So, checking the Dreamstone. No one's checked on it for ages. Yeah, you were kind of... yeah, sorry about that, Mr. Guy. You need a bath. Or 10. Anyway, we're at a really good point of badge-wise. I'm going to definitely avoid combat right now because we're at a really good point of our badge meters and all that for to be prepared for the boss, which will be coming up very soon. As you can imagine, if we try to head up that area, things will happen. So this platform will let us get back up here if we ever want to backtrack. We get a defense mush jam, which is an interesting item, but not really better than the guard shell. But what it does is basically, whenever you eat a mushroom, you get a temporary defense up stat. So, heal and get increased defense. If you use a lot of mushrooms, it's not a bad item. And if you use this, it'll just rise up. You can get back up here. Easy, 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 easy. Before we head up there, well, first we're going to have a cutscene, apparently, where all of this happens. Oh, man, we got stairs. Wow, such stairs. And by the way, make sure you get paid before this, because after this point, you won't be able to get paid before the boss, because Britta shows up, and Britta's like, "Whoa! You made some stairs! Good job, gentlemen!" And, Well, now she's gonna... We were not slackers. We broke every single rock, miss. You paid us 740 coins. Apparently that one job was worth 7.5 lives. So, she's gonna go secure herself. Britta, really? Are you really gonna be that greedy? Are you really gonna be that... Yeah, we know you're the forewoman! Get on with it! She's gonna buy herself an island, apparently. Oh yeah, nothing horrible is gonna happen to you, Britta. You aren't going to learn a just lesson or anything. But let's go ahead and take care of another thing first. Out of curiosity, how many, what's my status on beans? 25! Okay, that's perfect. That's exactly what we need to have. So, we are 100% good to go with beans right now, because there is one bean up on top of this place. So, we will be 100... Oh, I should actually use my beans before we get into combat as well. So, we will go backtrack. I'm not going to cut this out right now, because all I'm going to do right now is I'm going to head back to the badge shop here, and we will use this badge shop. Actually, while I'm here, I'm going to even sell some stuff, too. Sell. Because I know we definitely have some things we can sell, like these boots. And I don't want to sell any, like, rare equipment like this, but I can sell this because this is buyable in a store. And that looks like it for now, but there we go. 2,400 coins. I easily could buy the silver badge, but realistically, there's nothing none of these things I have right now are... Oh, I already bought the strike badge. I didn't even realize, I thought I didn't buy that yet. So, we have the strike badge. I could buy the risk badge as well, which has its uses. It's tempting to just buy a bunch of badges. I'm gonna wait, though, until our next batch of equipment, just to make sure that I'm not gonna be short on funds for that. If I'm good on funds for that, I'll go ahead and buy those badges for now, but... the stuff that we have right now is good enough. I will look up combinations, though. I think Risk Silver actually might not be a terrible one, too. I forget what... I'll have to look up these badge combinations later on, because they could be fairly useful, but I don't want to waste time right now. I'll look them up in between after this episode, and I will definitely... Also, we're going to fully heal. Actually, I wasted 10 coins because I'm going to be doing the beans now. Always bean before you do that, because the beans do not go to your stats immediately. So, splitting this with a slight edge to Mario, because I'll do the bro beans last, because Mario does need more stats than Luigi, because he does more things in the dream world. Although, defense-wise, I'll give the 2 to Luigi just to be fair, because I want Luigi to be good at defense. Mario gets more speed, and Luigi gets more stash. And then bean-wise, we want Mario to be at an even multiple of 4, because he uses the that. And then I guess Luigi, we can give... I'm trying to think of how I want to do this in terms of, like... this is going to be tricky. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Luigi... We're going to give Luigi... Should we go 24, 26, or... These are always tough calls to make, really, because it's hard to decide, because I'm trying to basically... Because the Fire Flower costs 5, and the other one costs 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Luigi 1 more, and I'm going to give the rest to Mario. That's what I'm going to do. I think I just actually split it pretty evenly anyway. So, that way Luigi can use 4 Fire Flowers and 1... Because Fire Flower is slightly stronger than the whatchamacallit, the shell. So he'll be able to use 4 Fire Flowers and 1 shell, and then Mario will be able to use 6 shells, and he'll have that 1 extra BP left over for... Because when he levels up, it should give him another +1, and that will give him a good number, theoretically, for the Dream World. Is the thought process there. I mean, it's good to focus... The thing is, it's good to focus a lot of beans on Mario, and I should be cutting all this out, but... it's good to focus a lot of beans on Mario because of the Dream World. The thing is, Mario later on is going to be getting a certain thing that'll make all of the extra BP I give him useless, so I want to give some to Luigi too, because in the longest run, it'll be good to give Luigi some BP as well. So it's a hard call to make. It's definitely a hard... Although, on the other hand, I don't know, it's a really hard call to make there, so... In the end, I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference, and I can also farm. By the time it gets to a point where it's going to matter that much, I'm going to be able to farm infinite BP, basically. So, it doesn't really matter that much, but still. Still, it's a thing. Anyway, the reward that we get is not that important. It would be nice when we actually get the extra thing, but it's basically a pair of gloves. It's power gloves, so increase your power by 20%. It'll be really nice to have once we have another gear slot, so Mario can have 20% extra power in a glove instead, but there might be better gloves as well. I don't know. I'm going to cut this out and get back to the construction site, so see you guys in a second. Alright, I'm back. I just realized I miscalculated. 23 BP will let me use 3 fire flowers and 2 shells. So Luigi gets 5 attacks, Mario gets 6 shells. It works out pretty nicely. Alright, it's time. Head up here, make sure you're ready before you go, because it is indeed boss time. Mr. Screw, whatever the hell his name is, I don't even remember right now. Mr. Drill Guy assaults the forewoman, and she gets eaten. Wow, she's probably dead. She just got eaten. And, well, the Mario Bros ain't gonna have nothing about that. Time for revenge! This guy is not very happy that we drilled him in the head, and it's time for a boss battle. So, 2 things to note of this guy. First of all, it's Torkscrew, that's right. First of all, do not jump on him when he's like this, because it will hurt you. So, not a good call to do that. However, you can jump on him after you counter this attack, where he's going for Luigi. If you counter that by hitting the hammer properly, you'll knock him on his back. And then it is indeed safe to jump on him. So that's pretty cool and fine and dandy and all. But, let's go ahead and... I don't want to waste this, but it's going to be wasted anyway. I have to use this now. So, let's lower his defense. And now, let me show you the raw power of, the defense down. Because you can see... Also, by the way, he loses extra defense, by the way, when he's on his back as well. So, right now he's at double defense down, essentially. And you can see just how much damage we're dealing here. We'll compare it, I'll let it run out at some point. You'll be able to see just how ridiculous. Like, that's 64 damage right there from 1 red shell. That's not even a fire flower right there. It's pretty good. Now, this attack is tough. You have to wait a few seconds and jump. It's actually kind of tough to... Okay, so 1, 2, jump! Oh, come on, I'm jumping just a smidgen too late there. The timing on that is pretty tough. But now, let's go ahead and roast him here. It's not going to do as much damage as the green shell because he's not on his back. So when he's on his back, you do the most amount of damage. But the fire flower is stronger than the red shell. So definitely spam the fire flower over Luigi's green shell unless you don't have the proper MP for it, or BP for it. So I got the excellent spam the fire! 59 damage, which considering his defense is higher when he's standing up. I mean, you'll compare it right now to... Just do the comparison, you'll see. Oh, I should be, I should switch my badge over to the, guard one, so I'm saving up for extra ones of that. So I'm kind of wasting a little bit of, badge points here, because it would be nice to save up for another badge. But, I don't think we're going to need the 3rd defense now. I think 2 will be enough. 2 is generally enough to get through a boss, because they last for several turns. But, still, okay, here we go. 1, 2, jump! 1, 2, jump! It's really hard to time that, and unfortunately Luigi's thing is broken already, so now I have to start being careful. In fact, like I said, I'm going to switch this to the badge meter so we can start saving up for another one of those in case I ever need it. But yeah, you can see basically the difference between the red and green, if his defense is higher. I should stop talking and I should be paying attention to the game because I just messed that up terribly. I was not focused on my fireballs at all for some reason. I was not remotely ready for that. That was only a good... That's still a decent amount of damage, though. I'm not too salty over that. So we're just going to keep spamming these bro attacks until he goes down. That is the basic game plan right now. Because we get a few turns of defense, and then once we can do that, we can reapply the defense down and continue to deal tons of damage, which I think is why it's better than the strike thing. Because if I'm doing, compare this to... Why am I screwing up my burrow attack so horribly? Okay, let's not make a huge mess out of this. Is he coming for me? Oh, here we go. Now we can really nail him. You're going for it. Or he can nail me. Ow! That's why, guys. This is why I activate my barriers. 'Cause holy crap, he hurts! Ow! Luigi is feeling the pain. You know what? We're not taking any chances here. Let's go ahead and just barrier up here so Luigi can take some more hits, because he got just massacred by that move. So we want to be extra careful, as you can see. I'm kind of glad I'm screwing up a little bit just to show how high the stakes are in hard mode. This is why I'm keeping a guard shells on. This is why I have the guard thing saving up, because it hurts if you actually get hit by some of these attacks. That, like, he's the tank. It almost one-shot him. Now that I'm under the defense barrier, I'm not too concerned about taking this, but still, that was not pretty. That was definitely not pretty. Anyway, let's actually, like, focus on not doing horrible with this boss fight. That would be cool. There is one certain thing I want to show off, though, with when it comes to some of his attacks. So I'm hoping he does some more of these attacks here, because I want to show off the interestingness of them. Okay, he's going for the underground attack again. That one's on Mario. You can tell by based on how the alignment is. If he's slightly to the left in there, he's above Luigi. If he's slightly to the right, he's above Mario. Now that he's down nice and low, let's show you how a max Fire Flower goes. Because with extra defense boost now, this is gonna just rock him. This is gonna be destructive. And like I said, comparing it to like basically you get more damage in the long run out of using the defense down, in my opinion, than the strike badge. Because 80 damage is a lot, but that's 86 right there. Compared to, say, under normal circumstances, that might do 50. So, over a couple turns, although I think his defense just ran out. So actually, let's compare this. We've seen how much damage the red shell does with his defense up. Now with his defense down, because that was like 64 with a defense decrease. So now a normal red shell, while he's knocked down, so same circumstances as before, will deal a total of 47. So that's 17 points of damage from one attack. Across 3 turns with several bro attacks. Oh crap. Oh, well here's the other thing that happens. If you jump too early, he'll actually catch the bro on the button. You actually get this is Torkscrew's chasing section. This actually depletes your own monetary resources as you scramble to get your coins back while he lays mines. Obviously, dodging the mines is more important than a few coins. So make sure you dodge all of the mines, and your bro doesn't get damaged. It's an interesting sort of side thing where you can lose coins and the other bro can take damage. So it's kind of an interesting thing that happens. And this other attack is really interesting. Mario's in the background being chased by Torkscrew, but pay attention to Luigi as well, because enemies will be showing up on the bottom screen. You need to jump over them as well to oh no, stop it! So basically, they pay attention to both bros, essentially. Sometimes there'll be fish. The other enemies can show up from the front, from Luigi's right as well, and bombard him. So the fish can show up from the left, or the slime things can show up from the right and attack as well. So that's how it works out. Now he's back. His defense is high again. We've demonstrated that enough. So let's go ahead and take this opportunity to lower his defense and begin the massacre. I've screwed up this fight enough. And I'm kind of glad I screwed up, because I wanted to demonstrate why I use the guard shell and why I keep one shield barrier active. Because, for that very reason, you saw how much damage their attacks do. The bosses do not joke around this game. You slip up once, you could be dead. We are getting close to the point, though, where we're going to need to start using heals here. I'm actually surprised, because usually you get a turn where he's underground, and you can't attack him. That's actually a good turn to use syrup jars to charge up. But I haven't had that opportunity quite yet, so I will have to start using BP very soon. There is merit, by the way, to using the healing plus the... Oh, hey, I got one of those on him. That's new. There is definitely merit to using You're After Mario. Get out of here. Okay, so there is merit to using... Okay, time for syrup jars, by the way. Let me quickly... Luigi can have them, because Luigi uses up the most BP. So that'll be good for him. And Mario can just go ahead and just attack for now. Because Luigi's going to get the most out of the syrup jars. I don't want to waste too many of them, because I think we're getting pretty close to him being dead. He's taking quite a beating already. And you're actually giving me a chance for even more damage. Get out of here. But yeah, this is the boss, basically. It's a very interesting sort of fight. I love just the different tactics in this game. The whole, like, Mario's in the background while Luigi's in the foreground. You have to deal with that. And then there's the whole, if you get caught, you have to, like run you have to chase your bro as he loses his coins. Lots of really just interesting attacks in this game. I love it. And then the whole badges, as you can see, you know, rotating between these defense down badges to increase damage, and then, you know, getting the barriers up just to be sure. And I guess I didn't need that syrup jar after all, but I was pretty full on them anyway. I will have no problem in getting, you know, one more. And you will always get, 100% of the time, you will always get the coin boots to drop. And, of course, we got more than enough experience for a level up. So, up to level 11. Can we get power yet, is the question. This game does not want us to get power. We're going to just go ahead and get defense. We'll save power for last. Timing. And then we'll go ahead and get defense for Luigi as well, because, as you saw, we got royally nuked by that guy. And that was not pretty. So... timing. So yeah, hard mode hurts. I'm a little sad I used that syrup jar because that really had no purpose in being used. But we'll get more than enough syrup jars along the way, so that's not gonna be a problem. And there we go! Looks like Britta was not dissolved quite yet. She is A-okay. Boss lady, Britta! Ugh, why? Blinded by greed. Oh, Britta, you'll be okay. But yeah, you can also, if you are worried about BP, I could also switch to the, and that might have been a better strategy in the long run, would be to switch the, okay, she's dying. She's dead, by the way. Britta, no! She's probably not a talk strategy over a dramatic moment, but she's not dead. People don't die in Mario games. That's not a thing. Someone call a doctor! So yeah, Britta's A-okay. She'll live to see another day. She probably lost some coins in the belly, but... So her attempt to get riches, she was blinded by greed, and it almost cost her her life. But by the way, the final, the final bean is right here. So I won't even bother using that stash bean because it would be going to Luigi. I'll just do that next time. So this is where the Dreamstone is, but we'll see if the Dreamstone is still there in the next episode, guys, because... for now, well, this has been a very long episode as it is, and I don't want to drag on any longer than that. So there's a couple items over here, though, so I will quickly grab them. Oh, there we go. There's a syrup jar that I need. There's a pillow over here, guys. Well, I certainly don't have time to do the pillow. So we'll save all of that for the next episode. And there's a whole section over here which we can't do anything else with. So, it's basically a whole bunch of things that we cannot access because we do not have the capability of getting up there, although we guess we can head over this way and we'll be stopped by this as well. So there's really nowhere we can go at the moment. Just some extra sections that we will have to come back and deal with later, because as you can see, I mean, we can't even get up here, so this whole section we'll deal with at some other time. For now, there's a whole other pillow over there, guys. Hey, vey. But we'll deal with that in the next episode. So this, or for some reason, if I decide to split this episode, I'll just cut back in and do the pillow now. But probably we'll just handle it next episode. So this is LuckySevenDX signing out. See you guys next time. We take on that pillow, and then we check on the Dreamstone. I can't believe there's another pillow over there. What the heck? Ugh. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.